Okay, thank you, John. Today I'm giving my final presentation to the club to speak about my year. I'm going to speak about some of my highlights, the hard times, and the summary. I can definitely remember my first Rotary meeting when I arrived here. I was still a bit tired. Nicole brought me here, and I said, "Hello, I am Enno von Katte." And the Rotarians answered, "Hello, Enno von Kat." So that was the first funny thing I recognized. I won't be called Enno von Katte again for the next 12 months. The second thing was, Rotarians kept asking me, "Oh, that's a big fella, you're gonna play lock, eh?" I had seriously no idea what lock means. So I answered, "Yeah, maybe." And you guys just said, "Yeah, sweeters." Okay, my highlights. My first highlight was my October holiday in Queenstown in Warncare, where I visited a German Rotary exchange student. We spent some time in Warncare, 2 weeks. Went swimming in the lake. It was freezing cold, but still refreshing. We cycled around the lake, and I shot my first rabbit in Warncare, which took me about 3 hours, but I finally got it.
Shoot about the hundreds.
And we went skiing in Katona and Tabacon, which was really nice because it's a good view. And I did my bridge bungee jump in Queenstown, which I don't regret at all.
You made.
My second highlight was the Milford Sound in November, which we walked with the district on the society trip together with the district 9910. We had 4 days of sun, which is pretty unusual, and we went swimming every day, and the closer you come to the finish, the cooler it gets. We started with 15 degrees water temperature and ended with 5, which was freezing cold. Next highlight, my skydive. I jumped from 13,000 feet with 50-second free fall in Queenstown on the South Island trip, and we had a fantastic day. It was fantastic weather, so you go up on this little plane, it's really like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. And this guy opens the door, and you're like, "Why the hell are you opening the door?" "Yeah, you can jump." "Yeah, why should I jump out of an airplane?" He's like, "Yeah, I know this." So he puts you on, just like, "Ooh, bugger." I'm flying now, so then you start thinking, "Oh, it's actually kind of cool," and you're quite disappointed when this guy pulls a parachute because the free fall is actually really amazing. Next highlight was the working in Karaka, where I worked for a local contractor. Stayed for 7 weeks with Kane Bryan. We did some silage hay, the hay for Kane Bryan. That was really good. The highlight was probably they got stopped by the police to blow into the plastic bag at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, the next highlight was the Berg Sailing Week 2011. That was awesome. So the great thing was that my friend Jacob could come over for 3 weeks. He's German and hosted in 600 kilometers north of Perth. Thanks to John, who organized this for us. It was a great trip for 10 days. Got a little bit windy when we came back down. A bit shaky, but it was all good. And it was an awesome experience. We were 15 people on board. Jacob and my main job was hiking, which we really enjoyed. You can see that it's a good boat. We had good days for racing, good weather. The last day got a little bit windy, but it was still cool. That's Jacob and me at one of the bays, and you can see John's boat is here. Yeah, and in the end it was quite successful. We came third, second, and third. Yeah. Next thing was the helicopter ride from Karaka to Mototapu. 20 minutes each way together with Ross and Brian. My first helicopter ride in my life, I really enjoyed it. It's cool to go over Oakland and see the top of Rangitoto. That's us three in Mototapu. Next highlights, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Australia. Yeah, we went for 5 days. Kane Bryan took me to 1 hour north of Brisbane to Mooloolaba. The four things I liked about Australia was the surfing, the beaches, the pools, and the apartment we stayed in. Yeah, that's about it, what I like about Australia. Next thing, Rotary District Conference in Tahiti. That was amazing. So, all exchange student stage was host families, even Ron and Sharon, our chaperones. And the conference was held over 2 days in a 5-star hotel, what we pretty much enjoyed. So that's us, we arrived in Tahiti, and you're like sort of tired. They make a big show, they take pictures, they give you flowers, and it takes you actually 1 hour to get away from the airport, but it was really funny. It's the girls. I want to say thank you to our chaperones. Ron, sorry Ron. And Sharon. Here both together. That was the view from one of our host families' houses. They were on the hill. You can see Maria's in the background. They had a 180 degrees view, which was amazing. Yeah, they had lots of black sand beaches in Tahiti, and the thing I like about Tahiti is that you can we did some tinker tours around the island. You can buy fruits everywhere really cheap. So we stopped every 100 meters and bought some fruits. This is Jacob having fun with some fruits. We went to a market which impressed me. French Polynesian food, we ate that. Not my kind of food, but still cool. It was nice to see what they sell, shirts and guitars and everything. That's the special hotel rooms for people who have enough money to pay for that. $900 US a night. But it's cool, you have a glass floor, you can see the fish and everything. That was on the Papeete club dinner. They invited us. It's us exchange students, Jacob and me. The Isle of Maria, we visited the district governor, Nikolai something, Spillman, who lives there 2 meters from the beach. So if a big wave comes, this room is going to be full of water. That's wrong. We tasted about 25 juices in Maria. That was pretty cool. Juice is probably the only thing they don't need to import. Because they don't...
Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic, of course. Because we are Rotarians. So they don't even have beef or sheep because they don't have enough space for them. Their main economy is pearls and tourism. There was a hotel pool with sand floor. The hotel where we had our lunch, there were big fish in here. The hotel beach. Yeah, and in the evenings of the conference they organized some professional dances for us, because dancing means a lot for the inhabitants in Tahiti. So they involved us, and I thought it was pretty much fun because the girls were pretty. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's us from Tahiti. That's Jacob from Denmark, Kirsten from Canada, Ron and Sharon, Oriane from Belgium, Solène from France, me from Germany, and Sebastian from Sweden. Yeah, goodbye Tahiti. Now, the hard times of my exchange. My grandfather and 2 of my friends back in Germany died, which is kind of a strange feeling because you don't really realize it, because you haven't been with them for quite a long time. But you start realizing it when people keep asking you, yeah, I'm sorry for you, and how's your family and everything. Yeah, but that's pretty much all about the hard times. My future, I'm going to go 2 years more of school, unfortunately. Afterwards 2 years to the army, and after that uni, I'm probably going to study business studies and agriculture. I might do this at Lincoln College. The army is not compulsory anymore. You don't go into a foreign country, so we won't be sent. You can if you want, but you can sign a contract that they don't send you to Afghanistan, which is still a pretty good experience. You earn good money and have no costs, which is really good. You earn about 1,500 euros each month, and you don't have any costs. It's pretty good for a 19-year-old. You have a great time with your friends, and of course you get discipline. And both my brother and my father did it, and they really enjoyed it. Things I'm going to miss from New Zealand, of course rugby, but I'm definitely going to keep on playing in Germany. You wait for the next World Cup. Of course, I'm gonna miss sweet potato crumpets, good lamb and barbecues. I'm gonna miss 4 seasons in one day. My dessert from the rugby lunch. Yeah, it's gone. Of course, my friends. And 20,000 millimeters of rain in 24 hours. Never experienced such a heavy rain as in New Zealand. Things I'm looking forward to is, of course, my family, my friends, the summer, my home, German beer and German sausages, German as a language, and trains and buses, so public transport. Things which I think are funny about New Zealand. That's you and us. You drive on the wrong side of the road, we drive on the right side of the road. You watch Shortland Street in television, we don't watch Shortland Street in television. You rinse all your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher, so there's no work left. We don't really rinse our dishes, and if your main meal in the end of the day is a dinner, we rather have a big lunch. Things which I think make New Zealand into a special country, well, that's number 5, let's start with number 5. People are really friendly to foreigners, that's amazing. Everybody is always interested in Europeans and Germans and asks me for lots of things. That's another thing, number 1. Every square meter of New Zealand's countryside looks like it was designed by a professional designer. When you can go to Hamlet, you look out of the window and you can't keep your eyes off it because it's just awesome. When you go to the Coromandel and every hill is just beautiful. The other thing is what is special, you can do so many activities here. You can do any water sports, bungee, skydive, hiking, almost everything. That's not what you get often in the world. Other thing is you're never far away from the sea. And the other funny thing is everybody actually knows everybody. I could go down to Christchurch and could go to the Starbucks waiter and tell him my concert as John Wiedekoff, and she would tell me, yeah, my dog's original owner's cousin's best mate from school is a cousin of John Wiedekoff. Our Rotary clubs compared. This Newmarket, my home club, Bogan team. Newmarket is in Auckland where 1.3 million people live. Our club is in Genting where 40,000 people live. We have about 115 members. Our club has about 35 members. Your club is 65 years old. Our club is 16 years old because our club is in original East Germany, and of course East Germany didn't have any Western organizations, so 5 years after the war came down, that was the first club in East Germany. The average member age is 62, in our club 45, which is a bit younger. Your fundraise money a year is pretty good, $250,000. We fundraise 25,000 euros, so $50,000. That's probably because one reason of this is because we don't have so many people around. Your major fundraiser is Circus Crocus with $200,000. Our one is a concert with the army choir with 5,000 euros, so that's quite a difference. The funniest Rotarians I've met in New Zealand are probably Ian McKenzie and Peter Ross, who has a special sense of humor but is still pretty funny. Rugby. I love rugby. I finally understood most of the rugby rules after 11 months. I will definitely keep on playing at home. I played for Bremer as a lock at number 8, which was good fun. And I will watch the Rugby World Cup at home with my local, at home as my rugby, in my local rugby club. Yeah, I don't know if you can remember. I got my ball back 2 weeks ago, which was missing for 3 weeks, and Brian found it. And I was so happy. Then I went to Newmarket, and we played a little bit in Newmarket. I threw it to my friends. He dropped it and brought it on the street. The bus came, and it's now this. My good old rugby ball. But I will do a cross and dig it in. Yeah. As a summary, what this year has given me is, of course, cultural experiences. It broadened my view of the world. It gave me friends around the world. I had amazing nature experiences. I have a home away from home. I've got a few new social skills, the cure of fear of heights, and of course an improving of my English. That's all in all things I would have never done, experienced or learned in 1 year in Germany or anywhere else. That's why I want to say thank you to the Rugby Club of Newmarket for the most exciting year in my life. And a special thank you to Brian and Kay McMath, John and Nicole Meadowcroft, Peter and Sally Ross, Martin and Robin McGahn, and David and Sally Peel. And of course everybody's welcome to visit me in Germany. Thank you very much.